While it may be true that it takes a certain type of person to harm children, it may also be true that it takes a certain type of person to track down child molesters and predators. It means looking at disturbing images and videos for significant periods of time.
Last night, News 18's Dan Klein took a look at what a specially trained pair of Kokomo investigators do on a daily basis. Tonight, he explores why they do it, what they do to cope, and what you can do to help prevent your kids from becoming victims.
It's a two-man team with keeping children safe as the common purpose. When you ask why, the answer is similar as well.
That was something that I really wanted to do because, in my opinion, the worst type of criminal is any criminal that would victimize an innocent child.
The reward for taking somebody off the streets that victimizes a child, it's I think, the best accomplishment you can do in law enforcement.
But the days are not easy. The images are horrifying. Young children, even babies, sexually violated. Every type of fetish imaginable. The worst part, they are all real.
It's hard for me to forget about any of these cases.
And while each case is different, there aren't shortcuts. Gathering the evidence to put each criminal behind bars requires viewing similar horrors again and again with each new suspect.
Every once in a while, after sitting in here, after, certain things come up, then I have to leave. I'll just have to leave the office and go take a drive, get a drink and relax, and then come back and go back to work. Some things are just harder to get through.
Both investigators are married with children.
I have a very supporting family, very supporting wife, who probably without her support would make this job very difficult.
The power and influence of social media continues to grow. Sexting and online relationships are not going away, but they agree there are things that parents can do to help prevent their children from showing up as a victim in one of their investigations.
Watch your kids. Don't let them have that computer in the back bedroom. If they're going to be online sharing, put it in the main room where everybody's at and everybody can see what they're doing.
But just because you think you can see everything they are doing, be aware there are things you may miss.
If you request your child's password for his Facebook page that you can monitor, most teenagers today are going to have another one that you don't know about.
One recent victim had hidden 8 separate email addresses from their parents. Sergeant Doug Stout says once children get older, parents can share news stories or crimes elsewhere to open up their eyes so they can realize it can happen to them if they're not careful.
It just takes one predator with your child.
But until all predators are behind bars and all children are safe, the work will go on. One image, one video, one computer at a time.
I hope that when I retire and I move on that I can kind of put it aside and go enjoy golf or something in retirement level. But right now I'm having fun going and getting these guys.
Because a desk job that's far from ordinary brings its own rewards. Reporting in Kokomo, Dan Klein, News 18. Locally, the Tippecanoe County Prosecutor's Office is part of the ICAC Task Force, an acronym for Internet Crimes Against Children. Prosecutor Pat Harrington says an investigator in the prosecutor's office will get information about a possible crime. He will work with detectives in other police departments like Lafayette or West Lafayette to develop a case and either make an arrest of a suspect or help protect a victim.